Does this sound familiar to you? Each day you wake up thinking, okay, today is the day that I will really do the thing. But then, it doesn't happen. Time passes by and then in a blink of an eye, it's already 11 p.m. The thing remains undone and it feels like you might as well go to bed and start over tomorrow. However, deep down in your gut, you know you won't do it anyway. And as expected, the cycle repeats. You will find yourself slowly becoming a victim to self-loathing once the cycle gets rolling. Now, how would you feel if you are constantly breaking promises you made to yourself on a daily basis? You have no idea why and how to stop it, and you have no one else to point a finger at because you are the culprit that is doing it all to yourself. So this makes perfect sense. You're lazy, you're lifeless, you're reckless, you've glued yourselves to your phones, you're dilly-dallyer. These are the list of answers to this vicious cycle of not doing the thing given by society. It points back at us, one way or another. And after spending years to get over this cycle myself, I am absolutely certain of two things. That way of thinking about the problem is not accurate, and it's not useful at all. Listen, you are not lazy. You are not undisciplined. You are not reckless. You don't have the mysterious, can't do it today, disease. You simply have internal resistance. Internal resistance is not a weakness. It is a component of our creativity and development that can be managed. And to manage this internal resistance, we must first learn to acknowledge it for what it is. So, the question is, what is this internal resistance? The writer of The War of Art, Stephen Pressfield, named the force that stops us from using our talent as the resistance. Based on Pressfield, the resistance is a strange and aggressive enemy that has to be defeated. Now, what can you do with your internal resistance? Here are some ways. 1. Acknowledge that internal resistance is good for you. One of the reasons why the toxic cycle feels nasty is that it makes you feel so self-destructive. But keep in mind that this internal resistance doesn't want to break us. In fact, it is here to help. This resistance is only here to provide protection. You gotta remind yourself that you are not self-destructive. You just happen to have two deep-rooted and essentially conflicting ideas about what is best for you: doing the thing, and not doing the thing. 2. Be curious about the pain that concerns your brain. I think seeing resistance as an impenetrable external force is such a wrong idea. This is because once we understand the exact pain we fear and the reason for it, we can work on decreasing or even eliminating those fears. Internal resistance is not fixed and impenetrable. Remember that it responds to logic, to different scenarios, to providing space for emotions that seem like threats. But if you want to move it, you have to first understand its specific meaning for you. 3. Bargaining. I know that it is not easy to figure out what is encouraging your internal resistance immediately. And that is completely normal. Even once you do, you might still need some time to work on acknowledging your anxieties and concerns about pain on the horizon. So for the time being, I recommend bargaining. You would be surprised by how much space you can create in your mind by just shifting from, I need to apply all my willpower to stop being so lazy and unproductive, to, I'm feeling a lot of internal resistance today, how can I be creative in dealing with it? Will it allow you to work for a short while, say 5 or 10 minutes? If you can't work formally, how about brainstorming on the couch? Learn to bargain with your internal resistance to make small progress. Remember, small progress is still progress. 4. Understand that you are not the only one dealing with this. Resistance might not be a superhuman force, but like Pressfield envisioned, I believe that it happens to most of us. Yes, it is true that there are some exceptions. Some people don't, or at least don't look like they experience this internal resistance. They look like they just effortlessly keep producing and grinding. But I bet that you also look like that to some people around you. You just don't know about it. In my opinion, internal resistance holds a lot of knowledge about what we secretly believe we might be able to achieve. We should treat it as a form of wisdom and not an evil enemy. To make it simpler, your brain wouldn't be so scared of the costs of you doing the thing, if it believed that the thing is unmemorable with zero consequences. Of course, there will be times where the pain is indeed excruciating, but there will also be times where the fears turn out to be unreal. No matter if it is the former or the latter, they are just part of the experience of doing the thing we want to do. It is not, and it should not be a blockade to doing it in the first place. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and share this video if it helped you, or if you think it could help someone else. Please subscribe to the Art of Simple Living channel and turn on notification for more videos like this.